Hey man, say man. New York Knicks had took a 3-1 lead on the Boston Celtics. And my initial thoughts and reaction before we get into that, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We almost at 350 subscribers. My sub goal for this month. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. We 5 subscribers away. Hit that subscribe button. But let's go and get into it and how I feel about the New York Knicks going up 3-1. And I'm gonna start with the Boston Celtics side of things. It's this famous saying I say. And I don't know if I'm saying it right, even though I know it's my saying, but sometimes, when I'm in the mix and, I'm not drilling it up and I'm talking, I get to forgetting things, my mind be wandering and all these different things like that. But the same thing that make you strong can make you weak. And what I mean by that is that the thing that make the Boston Celtics strong, which is the 3-point shooting, will ultimately make them weak in this series. Because they so heavy reliant on the 3-point shot falling that the 3-point shot not falling, they forget how to play basketball completely. And that is the main reason why New York Knicks is up 3-1. Because you got one team playing the game of actual basketball, and you got another team that's playing something that was not designed when basketball was implemented ever. The only time the Boston Celtics play like we playing at a wreck. Like we been going at our nearest LA Fitness, niggas not shooting middies. They not getting to the, you know what I'm saying? They not utilizing everything. All they want to do is shoot up from half court, shoot threes, or they want to get a layup. True analytics. And the way that system is set up, it looked good last year because, nobody was used to it. It was something new. It was something fresh. They had a different kick to them, different urgency. Everybody was, firing, clicking, and all. Everybody was on one accord. But coming into the season, we saw a little bit of holes in the armor per se, if I can say. They didn't look as strong. They didn't look as together. We look at Drew Holiday. He didn't look the same. He didn't give you the same impact. Obviously on the defensive end, yes, but on the offensive side of the ball. No, Derek White, he elevated his game somewhat, but when you look at the grand scheme of the Boston Celtics throughout the regular season, yes, it was still the second seed. Yes, they had a good season. They had a good offensive rating. They had a good, and their rating and things like that. But when you watch the games and you watch the beginning of the season, you can kind of see that they didn't look the same how they was when they won the year they won the championship. And I've been saying that all season long. They just ain't look the same. And I know sometimes it be like that coming off a championship run, but a lot of people said Jason Tatum, he had revenge on his mind. He was coming back with vengeance on his tour. Jaylen Brown was posting pictures of him in a fucking pool with a damn weight in one hand and him dribbling the ball underwater in the other hand. I don't know what the hell that work on. I don't know what type of workout that is and what that, you heard me? I don't know. But he posted it, he did that, so I'm thinking he finna come back like Superman. Still can't go left. These niggas still ain't shooting, not playing regular basketball. The analytics got the Boston Celtics head so messed up where it's like if the Celtics system is built on making threes and shooting you out the gym. So if they not beating you by 15, 20 points, if you can get them within a possession or two within a late ball game and make them have to execute down the stretch, they gonna fold every time. They gonna fold every time. Because look, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm not saying that I don't like Jason Tatum, but Jason Tatum is so overrated. We talking about a guy who whole game, if his whole game is predicated on if a 3-point shot is falling, that is the only way Jason Tatum look good. We have not seen. Every time you look, you people be saying the 50-point game against the Bucks, the 50-point game against the 76ers in the playoffs. Go back and look at those box scores and look at how many 3-point attempts he had in those games and how many 3-point makes he had in those games. Then come back and ask, and y'all go in the comment section and let me know, am I just tripping, am I hating, or what? But Jason Tatum, his whole game is predicated on if he can get the 3-point shot going. If the 3-point shot not falling, he gonna look like a role player, or he gonna look like Derek White but taller. They both light skinned, so hell, you gonna Might get one that, in disguise. You heard me? But he overrated, man. Because his game, I never seen a superstar that gets so much, quote unquote praise and top 5 talks, supposed to be the face of the league and do this and do that. Who can't even get, who can't, you know what I'm saying? We seen Kobe go get tough shots, tough buckets in the mid range, post up, being a 5-level scorer. Melo, we seen LeBron, we seen KD, even Steph. Even when his 3-point shot not falling, he gonna drive the ball, get to the free throw line, get in that in between game, get that flow game going. Kyrie, all these good scores and these good playoff performers, we see they can do it outside of just if the shot not falling. That is Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum he lead him and Nikola Jokic lead the NBA playoffs in turnovers. So even though Jason Tatum had a good game tonight and he went down with injury, hope Jason Tatum is well. Hope everything go well with the MRI and everything. Hope everything come back negative. He don't have no long-term injury or things like that where it don't keep him out, because I don't wish that on no player. But the Boston Celtics, they should be kicking themselves in the butt. Because when you look at this series, it was a very winnable series for them. They was up 20 points the first 2 games of this series. And like I said, the same thing that make them strong can make you weak. Same thing that make you cry. Same thing that make you laugh can make you cry. Hey, so when them 3-point shots falling, when they laughing, and when they not falling, they gonna be crying. Same thing that make you laugh can make you cry. And that's really what I took from this series. Cause you look at the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks ain't do nothing but play their game. Play their half-court game. Take a possession at a time, possession by possession. Take care of the ball, defend. And they just feel like if they just stick to their game plan and stick to how they play, they was gonna have a chance. Outside of game 3, where they got blown out the gym, where the Boston Celtics shot they shot like 50% from the 3-point line. They was 25 or 50 from the 3-point line. So you're not gonna win too many games like that. When the New York Knicks, they made 6 3-point attempts, so they were plus 21 from the 3-point line. You're not gonna win too many games like that, especially in the playoffs when you take it possession by possession. And that's just how it is. But New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson, 38 points tonight. Mikal Bridges, 20 plus points. Karl Anthony Towns was huge with 20 points. OG Anunoby was huge tonight once again. But when you look at the difference between the New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics as well, outside of, because of course Jason Tatum, he's the best player. Jaylen Brown, second best player. But when you look at it, who was the other guys for the Boston Celtics that was going to step up? You got Peyton Pritchard with 23 points last game. They won that. But when you look at the 3 games the New York Knicks won and the 1 game that the Boston Celtics won, it wasn't just the main guys contributing. It was the others. Because what Jalen Brunson going to do for the New York Knicks, especially in the 4th quarter. But it was Mikal Bridges who won them a game. OG Anunoby, he chipped in. He won them games. Karl Anthony Towns, he came along for the ride. Josh Hart, he was there contributing. Every game that the New York Knicks won in this series, it been at least 4 guys with 20 plus points. 20 plus points. And that's to me that's been the difference outside of the 3-point shooting and the bonehead plays, the bonehead mistakes, and being stubborn. Joe Mazzulla, he implemented this system, and he said he was just gonna live and die by it. Sometimes you shoot enough, people is gonna come back to haunt you. That's just how I feel about this series, man. That's just how I feel. I just feel like I don't want to take nothing away from the New York Knicks. They deserve this. New York Knicks fans, y'all deserve this. New Yorkers, y'all deserve this. So don't take me wrong when I'm saying the stuff I'm saying, but the Boston Celtics shot themselves in the foot. They literally shot themselves out the series. Cause when you look at it, Jason Tatum, he went down with an injury. He went down with an injury 4 or 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, and with that much time, he had 16 3-point attempts. 16 3-point attempts. Let's just look at it real quick. Let's just take a deeper dive and deeper look at this. When you look at it, they shot 48 threes tonight, made 18 of them, shot 38% from the 3-point line. New York Knicks, they weren't much better from the 3-point line, but they only shot 34 of them, 12 of them. And that was 34 of their 92 shot attempts with threes, which you can live with that. Because that means you get into the mid-range game. You taking what the defense is giving you. They not just forcing their hand. So when you look at it, 48 of the 79 shot attempts for the Boston Celtics was threes. Jaylen Brown had 16 field goal attempts. Half of those field goal attempts were threes. He was 2 for 8 from the 3-point line, 25%. Jason Tatum had 28 field goal attempts. 16 of them was threes. So he had 12 field goal attempts that wasn't threes. Same thing with Derek White. Derek White had 12 field goal attempts. 11 of them was threes. You just chucking and chucking and chucking and chucking. Nothing in between. They became brain dead and they became robots. You know? It worked for them last year, but once you see things not falling and not working how it was last year, you got to be able to find something different. And after that first year with the Orlando Magic, when threes weren't falling and things like that, they were running you off the 3-point line, you should have known then. But hey, you live and learn. Congratulations to the New York Knicks for taking 3-1 series. I know New York on fire tonight. I know they getting drunk and doing all type of things and thinking they finna go to the finals. Rightfully so though, man. But hey, Game 5, I'm gonna catch y'all at the Game 5. Hopefully we can get, a better performance. Hope we can get guys understanding and start attacking the basket. It ain't just like the New York Knicks just got shot blockers too at that. Like, Carlton Towns, yes, he a big man. He ain't just known for his rim protecting and being a shot blocker. Mitchell Robinson ain't just known for being just a premier elite shot blocker. He not no prime Dwight Howard. The nigga not Victor Wembanyama. Like, what y'all so scared to drive the ball for and create contact? That's why I say that's that light skin shit. They got a team full of light skin niggas. Jaylen Brown and Drew Holiday, the only dark skin niggas over there. Derek White light skin. Peyton Pritchard white. Jason Tatum a real light skin. Never seen this nigga without a cut. This man always got a fresh lineup, like he finna go on TV or shoot a movie or something, man. Nigga never got a rough hair day. Kristaps Porzingis white. Sam Hauser white. Cornette white. Not trying to make this a race thing or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, man, quit all that light skin ass shit out of man. Start playing like some chocolate niggas or something. Be rough, get aggressive. Get y'all hands dirty, man. Y'all trying to look cute and doing all this and y'all trying to shoot all these threes, man. Stop. That's bad basketball. That's bad basketball. I ain't trying to go to no gym. I ain't trying to go to no game and just watch a team just constantly just shoot threes all night. That's not how basketball was designed to be played or meant to be played. And just because y'all got a championship off that do not mean, things change from year to year. And y'all been in the league to know this. Y'all done been to, how many conference finals. And it took y'all 6, 7, 8 years to finally get over that hump and win it. So just because y'all did it at one time out of 8 years don't mean it's just gonna keep working and keep working and keep working. It took y'all 8 years to do that. But I don't know. Like I said, man, same thing make you laugh can make you cry. Right now, Boston fans, they crying. They in danger. Jason Tatum went down with injury. We don't know the severity of it yet. Supposed to get an MRI tomorrow. I doubt he gonna be ready to play in Game 5. There's just even more pressure. But the New York Knicks, like I said, man, can't rave about them enough because they were down 20 in game one, game two, fought their way back, stayed consistent, played good defensively. And the thing is, New York Knicks, they built their team to this. This is why the New York Knicks when they got the Mikal Bridges. This is why the New York Knicks when they got Karl Anthony Towns for a matchup against the Boston Celtics in the playoffs. And I know throughout the season, it wasn't looking like they was going to be able to compete because the Boston Celtics were basically wiping the floor with them. But in the playoffs, it came to fruition, and it came to be true. The reason they brought these pieces in is the reason they brought the pieces in. Because they getting the job done right now. Mikal Bridges, won them games in this series. Karl Anthony Towns has been huge to match up. And what this kind of remind me of is what the New York Knicks, what they did with the Boston Celtics is reminiscent of what the Minnesota Timberwolves did with the Denver Nuggets. Because the Minnesota Timberwolves, they built their team with Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert to stop Jokic and to a team built to beat Denver. And you see what they did in the second round last year in the playoffs. Able to make it hard and built assembled a team that was designed to beat Denver, and they ultimately beat Denver. Then you look at the New York Knicks, designed a team that ultimately beat the Boston Celtics, and look what they doing. They prevailing right now. And looking like everything all the moves that they made in the offseason, was the right moves. Ultimately, obviously, they got to get over that hump and still got to get the job done. But what they specifically built this team for was to play against the Boston, if they had to see the Boston Celtics in a 7-game series. And look at the results. They up 3-1 on the verge of closing this thing out in a 5-game series, heading to their first Eastern Conference Finals in years. In years, man. Like I said, I know New York on fire. But nonetheless, man, I'm going to see y'all at the Game 5. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Knicks fans, hit the comment section. Boston fans, hit the comment section. Let me know. I'm going to see y'all then.